2025 marks 10 years since I learned how to ride motorcycles. To celebrate, I decided to ride across the United States, touch 2 oceans, and check off the remaining lower continental states. Welcome to the Final 48. A huge thank you to my partners for making this series possible. Good morning and welcome to this brand new episode of the Final 48. Right behind me, my friends, that is the Atlantic Ocean. And we're going to go touch that in this episode. Starting out at the very easternmost point of my Final 48 cross-country motorcycle trip, we are at Acadia National Park in Maine. This is my very first time at this national park. I decided to go ahead and ride up Cadillac Mountain first thing in the morning, and it's still very people-y, so we're gonna not spend too much time up here. Like I said, I gotta go touch the Atlantic Ocean because hopefully in this series, we're gonna go touch the Pacific.
Ohio, how are you?
Good, how are you? Well, made a little coffee stop here in Bar Harbor, Maine, and I just wanted to try to get to the top of Cadillac Mountain before everyone and their mother did, and it doesn't seem to really matter what time of day you come. It's just going to be crazy busy no matter what. Unfortunately, this is a holiday weekend, and this is a very, very touristy town. I almost didn't come because I am trying my hardest to avoid people on this trip. But sometimes when you're in an area, it's just better to suck it up and experience it than to not see it at all because you don't want to be around people. And that's my personal gripe with national parks because I'm not a hiker or a backpacker. I am a traveling motorcyclist, so I have to stick to the roads and do the touristy things with 90% of the rest of the country and other countries. But I'm sitting here at this little coffee shop. It's right next to where all of the whale boat tours are happening, so it's crowded. There's nowhere to sit down. My back is getting sunburnt right now, and yeah, just people watching. But we're gonna head back over into Acadia National Park, and I'm going to ride the loop around the park. And then I actually don't know where we're headed after this. I gotta head down into the Massachusetts state. So we'll probably just start making our way south, check off some of the other lower 48s. it's getting later in the afternoon, and by later I mean it's 10:30 in the morning, and this place is absolutely insane. So I think it's time to get the heck out of this hecka touristy area and start making our way south. I do think I'm gonna take Highway 1, so you know, the highway that runs all the way from the north of Maine down to Key West, Florida. And I think we're just gonna cruise along there for a while and see what we can find. I'm really gonna go look for a lobster roll. Hopefully I find something right around lunchtime. Alrighty, let's go get a lobster roll. Okay, well, Young's Lobster Pound here in Belfast, Maine, was actually not what I was expecting. It was very fresh. I mean, obviously from the footage you can tell it was very fresh, but I didn't realize it was going to come in like a sandwich bun. So I was a little sad at first because I didn't get like the traditional looking, you know, photo picture perfect lobster roll. But holy crap, was it a lot easier to eat. Highly recommend. It's, you know, $37 or something. Whatever I paid is pretty much the standard no matter where you go, especially if it's like cute and right on the water. But this was a really cool little stop. It's starting to warm up a bit, so I'm gonna switch over to my mesh jacket. But I think I noticed a Harley-Davidson dealership on the way to my next location. So we're officially going to start making our way south out of Maine and into Massachusetts. Checking off another state. Okay, so I just stopped here at North Country Harley-Davidson in Augusta, Maine. I noticed this morning that my front end felt a little wobbly, a little loose. So super, just rad. This is why I ride Harley-Davidsons, y'all, because you're always gonna be a stone's throw away from a dealership, and if you ever need anything on the road, they prioritize you. Like, it's definitely an emergency. We're thinking it might be the bushings, but we got the master tech out here. He's just gonna tighten some things down and see if that fixes it. You know, we did just get the whole front end rebuilt on this bike, added the new Öhlins front suspension, and then I didn't ride it for a couple months. This is the very first trip I've taken since installing all of this stuff, and of course things loosen up, so I'm really hoping that it's just a couple bolts maybe loosened up, and then we're gonna tighten them, but hopefully not the bushings. But once again, huge shout out to North Country Harley-Davidson for just letting me ride up and literally coming outside and checking on it for me. It makes me feel a lot safer on the road. This is like the coolest dealership. My God, look at the tires on this thing. What do you think? I think I'm gonna get this one. Okay, got myself a t-shirt, complimentary water bottle, refill my water bottle, and we tightened down the neck bolts. So luckily it looks like that did the trick. I'm excited to hop back on the road, see how it feels. And this was just a really, I'm glad I picked this Harley-Davidson. It wasn't the closest to me, but it was just the one that seemed like the most on the way. And I love it. Got myself a t-shirt. I'm excited to wear it. But yeah, if you guys are ever in this area of Maine, right on cue, trying to film you. There we go. North Country Harley-Davidson, kind of like a mom and pop. They sell all different kinds of motorcycles other than Harley, obviously. They also sell the Ski-Doos and Can-Ams, and half of this state, half of the year is winter. So can't just ride motorcycles all the time, but I love it. Thank you guys so much. I'm ready to get back on the road and go head into Massachusetts. 2 hours and 41 minutes until we get to our destination tonight, and I still gotta go touch the Atlantic Ocean. Let's roll.
Tomorrow.
Good morning. I slept wonderfully. I'm excited to see you guys again, and I'm very excited to take you to Salem, Massachusetts today. But first, pack up this behemoth. Let's go. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Wow. It's kind of funny. I've been getting a lot of comments from people just out here in the wild commenting on how much gear I have loaded down. And it looks ridiculous because this bag is huge. This is my new, I think it's like 60-liter rig gear waterproof adventure bag. I have all of my camping stuff in here, as well as other things like different layers, different kinds of clothing, hot weather clothing, cold weather clothing, as well as the tarp that goes over top of my motorcycle. So if I don't want to wake up to a wet bike, or I want to be a little incognito, I'll put the tarp over the bike. So I'm not traveling with that much stuff. It's just I'm on the road for over a month and a half. So kind of have to have options. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the rig gear adventure bags, stuff like this, I have their tank bag. This is not waterproof, but I do have a waterproof cover for it. Both of these bags, the Hurricane, are waterproof with the valve, so I can really jam pack and securely tighten it down. I have a 25% off code linked down in the description below. Okay, well, GPS says we only have a 12-minute ride, and it's already pretty humid, so I'm not gonna put my jacket on. But I think I found a coffee shop. I wanna go get some breakfast, drink some coffee in Salem, and I'm very excited to be a tourist today. Also, Evie is getting all the compliments. This bike looks so good. And I kind of dig having a matching helmet. Once again, I'm not one of those asshole bikers that has to have the loudest, most obnoxious bike in the world. So there's like some lovely ladies sitting behind me enjoying their coffee, and I know that when I start my motorcycle, because of my Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde exhaust, it's going to start in the quiet, stock sounding position. And I love that, so I don't feel like a jerk. Strong. I'm actually starting to feel super hungry, so it's still kind of early. I like getting to these little towns early before it gets too hot and too busy, but I'm gonna go find a tavern, and I'm just really enjoying the sights and sounds on the way over there. Salem has such an incredible history, not just with, you know, the witch trials and stuff, so just being around here and seeing like the Native American history, the settling history, the pirate history, the maritime history, it's pretty cool. I wonder why the trees are painted blue. Okay. Well, I think I'll get my answer. Artist response to global deforestation and climate crisis. This memorial is one of those places I didn't have time to visit the last time I was here in Salem, and even though this happened well over 200 years ago, it's still just innocent men and women murdered because of just fearful people. I swear to God, I don't eat like that all the time. It just looks like it because I make YouTube videos for a living, but that was actually a really good burger. I'm just so tired of burgers. I wanted sushi last night and it didn't work out, but my lobster roll was just a little bit overwhelming and kind of made me sick, so I'm just like, okay, cheeseburger it is, because I know it's gonna be good. And it was very good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have a salad tonight, and I'm not gonna film that for you. But man, Salem is just such a cute, quaint, eclectic, and diverse little town. I really love being here and meeting all of the artists and the people, and it makes me feel like home. It really feels like a older Columbus, basically, with a lot more history. hot to be a tourist right now. I've been walking around, checking out all the shops. The last time I was here in Salem, I did do a lot more historical things. I went and visited like museums and did a lot more just like walking around and appreciating the historic side of this town. So today I was just doing a bit more shopping and trying to do things I didn't get to do last time, but it's whole place is kind of under construction. It's really hot. I'm not that far away from our campground tonight, and our campground has a pool. So I think I'm just gonna go straight there and get in the pool. Oh, it feels amazing in here. Absolutely. Very nice. Got my bunk beds, and look, no neighbors. Lovely. Well, before I head to the beach, I want to be a tourist first. Sorry if it's windy, I forgot my mic. But we're in Plymouth. Very, very cool historical area. Gosh, this area is beautiful at this time of day. Let's go check out Plymouth Rock. You know, in all of my 36 years on this planet and as a citizen of this country, I've never actually seen a full-scale model of the Mayflower. It's kind of smaller than I would have imagined. It's kind of hard to tell the scale from so far away, but it's just like narrower than I would have thought. Wow, what a beautiful ship though. I'm really glad I put music over pretty much all of my footage because all I have heard since being in Plymouth is sirens. Like, I don't know what the heck's going on a beautiful Sunday evening, but well, on that note, let's get out of here and go touch the ocean. Shorts on. Made it to the Atlantic. I guess I should go touch it. is cold. It is very cold water. Oh my gosh. Oh no, guys. Here we are again on a rocky beach with pretty rocks. Like, it's transparent. Okay, I gotta find an Atlantic rock or shell, and then I'm gonna turn around and go get a Pacific rock or shell. I think I found my rock. It's like half green, half white. I don't know, I really like it. I might look for a seashell too, but I think this is gonna be my East Coast rock. Well, I suppose that is a wrap for the East Coast portion of the Final 48. It's time to officially say goodbye to the Atlantic Ocean. Turn around and go touch the Pacific. I feel like this was the perfect way to experience New England for the very first time. In the next episode, we do have to go check off Rhode Island and Connecticut before we can actually start really heading west. So do me a favor, wish me good luck, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It's completely free and it helps out tremendously. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one as we start making our way back west towards the Pacific Ocean. And I'm going blind. Until my next one, thank you so much for watching. You be good, ride motorcycles, and I'll catch you later.